Welcome to the Dream Factory, the magic of making films. So you want to make a film? Fantastic, you've come to the right place. Making films is pure magic. It's about taking an idea, a tiny spark in your brain, and turning it into something real, something people can watch, feel, and experience. It's an adventure, a wild ride from start to finish. Think about your favorite film. Remember how it made you feel. That's the power you're tapping into. It's about telling stories that connect with people, and that's an incredible thing to do. Don't let anyone tell you it's too hard or too complicated. It is work, yes, but it's the best kind of work. Film production might seem like a giant, scary monster. It has lots of moving parts, lots of different stages, lots of people doing different jobs. But don't worry, we can break it down piece by piece. Think of it like building with Lego. You start with one brick, then another, and soon you have something amazing. This guide is here to give you the basic bricks, to show you the map of this exciting territory. It's designed for you, the beginner, the dreamer, the one with a story to tell. We'll walk through it together, step by step. The journey of making a film is incredible. It's about creativity, problem solving, and teamwork. You'll learn so much along the way, not just about cameras and scripts, but about people and about yourself. It's a challenge for sure. Things will go wrong, that's part of the fun. It's how you deal with those challenges that makes you a filmmaker. It builds character, it builds your skills. And when you finally see your finished film up on a screen, there's no feeling quite like it in the world. Trust me on that one, this essay will guide you through the main stages. We'll look at pre-production, where you plan everything, then production, the actual filming, and finally post-production, where it all comes together. We'll talk about important people like directors, producers, and editors. We'll use simple language. No fancy jargon to confuse you, just straight talk. My goal is to get you excited, to show you that yes, you can do this. You can unlock the secrets of film production. So grab your notebook, get comfortable, and let's begin this amazing journey into filmmaking. Every single film you've ever seen started in the same place. It began as an idea, a thought, a question, maybe a what-if scenario. This is the very first, most crucial step. Your idea is the seed from which everything else will grow. It doesn't have to be a massive, world-changing idea at first. It could be a simple character you find interesting, or a situation you find funny or scary or dramatic. Nurture that idea. Let it bounce around in your head. Write it down. Talk about it. See where it leads you. This is your story begging to be told. Once your idea feels strong enough, it's time to turn it into a script. The script or screenplay is the blueprint for your film. It's the written version of your movie. It contains all the dialogue the actors will say. It describes the action, the settings, and even the mood. Without a script, you're just shooting in the dark. Your script is your map. It guides everyone involved, from the actors to the camera operator to the editor. It's the common ground where everyone meets to understand the vision. So take your time with it. Write, rewrite, then rewrite some more. Writing a script has its own format, but don't let that scare you. There are plenty of resources online to help you learn it. The most important thing is to tell your story clearly. Make your characters believable. Create situations that are engaging. Think visually. How will this look on screen? What will the audience hear? Your words need to paint pictures in the reader's mind. A good script isn't just words on a page, it's a film waiting to happen. It makes people excited to be a part of your project. It's your #1 selling tool. Don't aim for perfection on your first draft. Nobody gets it right the first time. The key is to get your ideas down, then you can shape them, polish them, and make them shine. Read your script out loud. Does the dialogue sound natural? Are there any slow parts? Get feedback from people you trust, listen to their comments, but remember, it's your story. Stay true to your vision. A strong script is the foundation of a great film. It's where the magic truly begins to take shape. So get writing. Your adventure starts here. Once you have a script you're happy with, you enter pre-production. This is the planning stage, and believe me, planning is everything. Good pre-production saves you a ton of headaches later. It's where you figure out all the nuts and bolts. How much will this film cost? Who will be in it? Where will you shoot it? When will you shoot it? These are the big questions you need to answer before a single camera rolls. This phase is all about preparation, organization, and making smart decisions for your film. First up is budgeting. This can seem daunting, but it's essential. You need to figure out how much money you have or how much money you need to raise. Then you list everything your film will require. Things like cast, crew, equipment, locations, costumes, props, food for everyone on set. The list goes on. Be realistic, don't underestimate costs. A detailed budget helps you stay on track. It also shows potential investors that you're serious and you've thought things through. A good budget is a sign of a well-prepared filmmaker. Keep it tight, be resourceful. Next comes scheduling. You need to break down your script scene by scene. Figure out how long each scene will take to shoot. Consider which actors are needed, what locations you'll use, what time of day it needs to be. Then you create a shooting schedule. This is a day-by-day plan of what you'll film. It's a complex puzzle. You want to be efficient. You try to group scenes by location or by actor to save time and money. A solid schedule keeps the production moving smoothly and ensures you get everything you need. Location scouting is another vital part of pre-production. Where will your story unfold? The right locations can add so much value to your film. They can bring your script to life. You or your location manager will go out and find places that match the descriptions in your script. You'll need to get permission to film there. You'll need to check for things like noise levels, access to electricity and parking. Good locations make filming easier and your film look better. So put in the effort to find the perfect spots for your scenes. With your script, budget and schedule taking shape, it's time to find your team. This means casting your actors and hiring your key crew members. These are the people who will help you bring your vision to the screen. Choosing the right people is incredibly important. They become your collaborators, your partners in crime. You want talented people, yes, but you also want people who are passionate about your project, people who are good to work with. Building a strong, dedicated team is a massive step towards a successful film. Casting actors is a critical process. Your actors are the faces of your story. They breathe life into your characters. You'll hold auditions. Actors will come in and read scenes from your script. You're looking for talent, of course, but also for chemistry between actors if they have scenes together. You're looking for someone who understands the character. Someone who brings something special to the role. Don't be afraid to look in unexpected places. Sometimes the perfect actor is someone you've never heard of. Trust your instincts during casting sessions. Then there's your crew. These are the wizards behind the camera. The producer is often one of the first people on board. They handle the business side, the logistics, the money, keeping everything organized. The director of photography, or DP, is in charge of the look of your film. They work with you to decide on camera angles, lighting, and overall visual style. You'll also need a production designer for sets and props, a sound recordist to capture clean audio. Each role is vital. Choose people whose work you admire and who share your vision. Don't underestimate the power of a good team. Film is a collaborative art form. You can't do it all yourself. Well, you can try. I did. But even then you rely on others at some point. Surround yourself with positive, hard-working people. People who believe in your film as much as you do. Communicate clearly with them. Listen to their ideas. A happy crew is a productive crew. And a productive crew helps you make a better film. So choose wisely. Your team is your filmmaking family. Build a great one. Section 5, roll camera, the thrill of the production phase. All right, pre-production is done. You've planned, budgeted, cast your actors and hired your crew. Now for the really exciting part, production. This is where you actually shoot your film. All that preparation leads to this moment. The cameras roll, the actors perform. Your script starts to come alive frame by frame. It's an intense period. It can be stressful. Long hours are common, but it's also incredibly rewarding. Seeing your vision take shape right before your eyes is an amazing feeling. This is where the magic becomes visible to everyone involved. The director is the captain of the ship during production. It's your job, or the director's job, to guide everyone, to make sure the creative vision is being achieved. You work closely with the actors on their performances. You collaborate with the director of photography on the shots. You make decisions on the fly. Problem solving becomes your middle name. Things will always come up that you didn't plan for. The weather might change. A prop might break. An actor might be sick. You need to stay calm, think fast, and keep the production moving forward. The atmosphere on set is crucial. You want it to be focused and professional, but also creative and supportive. Everyone needs to be working towards the same goal. Communication is key. The assistant director, or AD, is vital here. They keep the shoot on schedule. They make sure everyone knows what's happening next. They are the organizational backbone of the set, allowing the director to focus on the creative elements. It's a high-energy environment. Every day brings new challenges and new triumphs. It's a real buzz. Remember to get coverage. That means shooting each scene from different angles and shot sizes. A wide shot to establish the scene, medium shots of the characters, close-ups for emotions. This gives your editor options later on. It's better to have too much footage than not enough, so plan your shots carefully with your DP, but also be open to spontaneous moments of inspiration on set. Sometimes the best shots are the ones you didn't plan. Production is a dance between careful planning and creative flexibility. Enjoy the process. Section 6. Life on set, the director, actors and crew in action. Let's dive deeper into what happens on set. It's a hive of activity. Everyone has a specific role. The director, as we said, is guiding the creative vision. They explain the scene to the actors. They decide where the camera goes. They watch the performances on a monitor. They say, action and cut. It's their job to ensure each scene captures the intended emotion and story point. A good director is a good communicator. They inspire confidence in their cast and crew. They create an environment where everyone can do their best work. The actors are at the heart of the storytelling on set. They've prepared their roles, they've learned their lines. Now they have to deliver believable performances, take after take. It's not easy. They might have to do an emotional scene many times. They need to hit their marks, specific places to stand or move. They need to be aware of the camera and the microphone. The director works with them, giving notes and adjustments. It's a partnership. The goal is to find the truth in the performance, to make the audience believe in these characters and their journey. The crew works tirelessly behind the scenes. The camera department, led by the DP, sets up the camera and lights. They make sure the image is sharp and beautifully lit. The sound department, with the sound recordist and boom operator, captures clear dialogue and sound effects. This is incredibly important. Bad sound can ruin a film. The art department arranges the props and set dressing. The wardrobe and makeup teams ensure the actors look right for their characters and the scene. Everyone works together like a well-oiled machine. Every day on set is a new adventure. You might be shooting a quiet, intimate dialogue scene one day. The next, you could be filming a complex action sequence. You have to adapt. You have to solve problems. Maybe a light breaks or it starts raining during an outdoor scene. The crew needs to react quickly. That's why good communication and teamwork are so vital. Everyone supports each other because everyone wants the same thing: to make a great film. It's hard work, but there's a real sense of camaraderie on a film set. Section 7. The jigsaw puzzle, shaping your story in post-production editing. So you've shouted, "That's a wrap, the shooting is over," all your footage is in the can, as they say. What happens next? Welcome to post-production. This is where you take all those bits and pieces you filmed and assemble them into a coherent, compelling story. The main part of this stage is editing. The editor is a key creative partner. They work closely with the director. They take all the different takes, all the different angles, and start putting them together. It's like solving a giant jigsaw puzzle. The editor and director sit in a dark room, usually called the edit suite. They look through hours and hours of footage. They select the best takes for each line, each action, each reaction. They decide the order of the shots. They control the pacing of the film. A few frames here or there can make a huge difference to how a scene feels. Editing is an art form in itself. A great editor can make good footage great. They can find the rhythm of the film. They can highlight the emotional core of the story. It's a very detailed and meticulous process. The first version the editor puts together is called a rough cut. It's usually quite long. It's just to get all the scenes in order. Then the director and editor work together to refine it. They trim scenes. They might reorder things. They experiment. This is where you really see your film taking shape. You might discover new things about your story during editing. A scene you thought was important might not work, or a small moment you didn't pay much attention to on set might become really powerful. It's a process of discovery. Once you have a picture lock, it means the sequence of shots won't change anymore. This is a big milestone. But editing isn't just about the pictures. It's also about preparing for sound. The editor makes sure the dialogue is clear. They might add temporary music or sound effects to help get a feel for the scene. Good editing is invisible. When you watch a well-edited film, you don't notice the cuts. You're just absorbed in the story. That's the magic of the cutting room. It's where the raw material becomes a movie. Section 8. Adding the sparkle, sound, music and visual magic. With the picture locked, it's time to focus on what the audience will hear and see beyond the basic edit. This stage of post-production involves sound design, adding music and creating any visual effects. These elements add layers of polish and emotion to your film. They can dramatically change the impact of a scene. Think about your favorite scary film. The sound design and music are probably a huge part of what makes it terrifying. Or an epic fantasy film. The visual effects transport you to another world. This is where you add the real sparkle. Sound design is a massive part of filmmaking. It's not just about the dialogue, it's about all the other sounds, footsteps, doors closing, wind blowing. These sounds are often recorded separately by a Foley artist. They watch the film and create sounds in sync with the action. Then there's ADR, or automated dialogue replacement. If some dialogue wasn't clear from the set recording, actors come into a studio to re-record their lines. All these sounds are then mixed together by a sound mixer to create a rich, immersive soundscape for your film. Music is the heartbeat of many films. The film score can tell the audience how to feel. It can build tension. It can highlight romance. It can make a triumphant moment even more powerful. A composer writes original music specifically for your film. They work with the director to understand the mood and emotion needed for each scene. Sometimes filmmakers also use existing songs, which is called source music. Choosing the right music is crucial. It can elevate your film to a whole new level. It's a truly powerful storytelling tool. Finally, there are visual effects, or VFX. These are any images that are created or manipulated outside of live action shooting. It could be something simple, like removing a wire that was holding up an actor. Or it could be something complex, like creating a giant monster or a futuristic city. VFX artists use computers to create these illusions. Many independent films don't have big VFX budgets, but even small, clever effects can enhance your story. Then there's color grading. This is where a colorist adjusts the colors of the film to create a specific look and feel. It makes everything look consistent and professional. Section 9. The final reel, bringing it all together. Your film is born. We've been on quite a journey, haven't we? From that first tiny idea, through the chaos of pre-production and the thrill of the shoot, to the meticulous work of post-production. Now all those elements, the edited picture, the layered sound design, the moving music, the polished visual effects, and the perfect color grade, are combined. This is it, the final mix, the creation of the master version of your film. Your film is finally complete. It's a real thing. You can hold it in your hands, well, digitally speaking these days. Take a moment to appreciate what you and your team have achieved. Making a film, any film, is a monumental task. It requires passion, dedication, and a whole lot of hard work from everyone involved. Every single stage we've discussed is vital. A great script means nothing without good execution on set. Great footage can be ruined by poor editing, and a perfectly edited film can fall flat without good sound and music. Each part supports the others. It's a truly collaborative art form. No one person makes a film alone. It's a team sport. The importance of each stage cannot be overstated. Pre-production lays the foundation. If your planning is weak, your production will likely suffer. Production captures the raw material. If you don't get the performances or the shots you need, post-production will be a struggle. And post-production is where the story is truly found and refined. It's where all the hard work pays off. Understanding this entire process helps you make better decisions at every step. It helps you appreciate the craft of filmmaking even more. It's a beautiful, complex dance. So what's next after your film is born? Well, you want people to see it. That means thinking about distribution, film festivals, online platforms, maybe even a cinema release if you're lucky, but that's a whole other adventure. For now, celebrate your achievement. You've unlocked the secrets. You've taken a dream and made it real. Whether it's a short film made with your mates or a feature film, the process is a reward in itself. So go out there, tell your stories, grab your camera, start making films. The world needs to hear your voice. Go for it.